You're not vegan. You're vegan.
I'm brand vegan and I approve this message.
Cool. I'm gonna tell the world that you're homosexual. So I think Fit will be hyped.
Later.
I'm Brandon Vegan. I'm gonna build a bike. I'm not Brandon Vegan, but he does approve his message. And today we're gonna be building his Fit signature bicycle using this Merit trifecta tool. This will build the majority of the bike. We have a pump. That doesn't come in here. Not small enough. We're also gonna need Chris Long's knife. So Chris Long has killed people with this knife. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, let's stab it. Okay, I don't want to stab the tire. You're fine with that?
Yeah.
Dad?
Kill it.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh man, why did Brandon Vegan order 900 grips for? They're S&M Hoder grips and they're pretty tight, so it is what it is. All right, this is gonna suck. This is how Brandon would build a bike for real, so there's a lot of stuff in here. We got ourselves a doozy. Ooh, he's got gray tires now. All right, I'm just gonna shank it like Vegan would. Come on, Ruby, look at me. Cut my hair off. This is where I lose a limb. Chris, it's not as sharp as I thought.
Down through some tires.
Oh yeah, he may or may not have vandalized some cars with this thing. Woo. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so if you're in the streets, oh my God, it's gonna pop the tire. Yeah, so if you're in the streets and you don't have access to a knife, you probably want to use scissors. But if you're vegan, you're probably gonna use a rock, maybe a lighter, and a spoon.
Come on, come on! Go away!
All right, so as you can see, this is a beautiful bicycle made by Fit Bikes, and it comes in raw, just like Vegan runs it, raw. It's not his pro level bike. This is his like signature bike, so it's, you know, more affordable. Comes with nice components. It's got a nice little front load stem. I don't think Vegan rides a front load anymore, but it's probably there to save you on some money because stems are expensive, though I will. All right, let's see what the front badge looks like. Brandon Vegan, Fit Bike Cove, 2019. We're not even in 2019 yet. That means that we time traveled to get this bike. Aren't you proud of us? See, a normal bike shop or bike rider with access to one would use a stand, but Vegan never uses a stand, let me tell you. The cool thing about this bike is it makes it look like it's from Sesame Street. Look, there's French fries, cigarettes, some cans. Yeah, shout out to Eben Fisher for illustrating this. There's a banana. Vegan would never eat a banana, that's a lie. There's a cup of soda, that he would definitely.
Cigarettes?
Cigarettes, yeah. We said fries, but what is that, condom? That's also not something he would use. Okay,
He's a virgin.
he is a virgin. For all you kids out there that'll like him. Okay, we're removing the last bit of paneling here that they put so that, you know, you don't destroy this bike while you're shanking it with a knife like Vegan would. Oh, hell yeah, that's sick. Look closely. You got a vegan grouch, just like Sesame Street. Man, he's green looking. Cool, we're almost there, guys. Home stretch, I think. All right, that's it. It's clean. All right, so as you can see, the Vegan bike comes about 75% assembled. The other things you need to put on are the seat and seat post, pedals, front wheel, handlebars, and assemble the brakes. Vegan, as a professional, does not ride brakes, but he always borrows my bike to do brake tricks. One day, mark my words, he's gonna be riding brakes. A lot of you will, once Vegan does it. So this is the way I would usually do it, and I assume Vegan would do something similar, but maybe not, but it's probably smarter to do it this way. If you put the front wheel on, you'll kind of have something to sit on. Pause. While you're assembling a bike, you kind of want to relax and chill a little bit. I'm putting on the front wheel. Fit is smart, and they have these, while they're 3/8 axles, the lug nut does measure out to a 17 millimeter. Also, as you can see, there's this little safety tab here that goes on this little washer, and it goes into the fork, and that is to protect you goons out there that don't tighten this enough. If your front wheel comes loose, but not too loose, the little washer will keep it in place. It'll just lock the front wheel, then you can tighten her up at home. So I'm just gonna hand tighten it for now. Then I'm gonna put the seat and post on there so I can sit down comfortably. In the box comes 4 pegs, just like Vegan would ride. Reflectors, he don't use that. Seat, he sometimes uses one. And a post, he'll need that. Also pedals, manuals, Vegan don't need that. Where's that knife again? Okay, I'm just gonna use my teeth like Vegan would. He has pretty teeth. A lot of kids ask me what Vegan smells like. It's a weird mix between French fries, cigarettes, urine. No, I'm just kidding. He actually doesn't smell bad. He just looks grimy, but he actually bathes pretty often. He's a lot cleaner than Steve, let me tell you. All right, I lied. I'm gonna put pedals on right now just because they're in my hands. Left, right. Left goes on the crank arm. And you want to kind of like make sure it's very centered. You don't want to you definitely want to make sure it's centered. What you do is you just lightly twist it on and just make sure that it's going on smoothly. Thread it on a little bit, make sure it's centered. Once you have it about a quarter of the way in, all you have to do is pedal backwards and hold the 2 pedals by where the pedal boss is, and then pedal backwards, and they'll tighten themselves up this way. All right, that's pretty good. Again, this is just hand tightening. I'll go around and tighten everything else at the end. Nate Richter's probably tired. I can see him holding his waist. His back probably hurts because we are old men. Okay, finally time for the trifecta. So the cool thing about this is a very small tool. I love it because I can steal these little Velcro tie straps for my brakes. It's very small, fits in your pocket, and it has a retractable leverage bar. I don't know if that's what they call it, but I'm gonna call it that. So we need the 6 right now. You basically unsheath thy sword, insert it in the seat. Make sure it gets all the way in there.
Pull that foreskin back.
Pull the foreskin back from your anteater. Oh Lord, I went too deep. Always happens. Thread it a little bit first before you use the tool. You don't want to strip it or cross thread it, some people would say. Okay, it's going in smoothly, it's centered. Kind of leave it a little loose so you can tighten it once you have it on the bike, so you can see that the position you want is the one that it's in. All right, drop it down low. Also, you should probably tighten it up while it's there. So I'm gonna put it, I like about like 2 to 3 fingers. So I'm gonna go 3 fingers because I bar spin and I want my knees to feel something, unlike my heart. She's almost done, Long. I think I don't need the knife anymore, I'm good. If you wanna leave.
Go.
I'm almost there.
Anyway.
Here, take your knife. Thank you, Chris Lung. Love you. Always have. Really, this is pretty much it. Like, the handlebars and your bike's almost completely assembled. Like, adding the pegs and then tightening everything down is just the last thing you want to do anyways. And you also want to do it at the end because if you need any other adjustments, you want to kind of do it all at once. Brand new bikes tend to break in after a while, like the metal does give after some time. So your wheel's gonna get a little loose, your spokes are gonna get loose, your handlebars might move a little bit. So do it at, once you're done assembling it, just keep that in mind. Now, if you're gonna run the brake cable, make sure the brake cable is in front of the bar. And if the lever's on the right, it's gonna swing around to the left. You can position the bar right here. It's a nice 4-piece vegan bar. We used to sell the crap out of those at the downtown LA store, remember, Nate? You wanna make sure the knurls are nice and centered. I hate when it's offset, so this would drive me crazy for like a week. What happened? Holy crap! Did you just come up on that?
Yeah.
Or she gave it to you?
She gave it to me.
No way. Too bad you don't drink anymore.
No, it's for you.
For me? Oh, it's Christmas!
I don't drink.
And that's Vegan's favorite whiskey, Jameson. Wow. He does have a Seagram's tattoo.
And his frame is a Seagram's.
And his frame is also Seagram's, but this is his bike, not his frame, so we're not talking about that right now, okay? Very important, every time. Always finger tighten the first threads and then go in. Don't ever go in from the beginning, because if it's crooked, you're gonna strip it, you're gonna hate the day you did that. Because then your mom or dad are gonna whoop you. You ever got whooped by your parents? My dad beat the crap out of me once my whole life. I couldn't walk. Like, my ass was literally raw. I had to go to the doctor. I was like concerned. I think that's why it's so big now. It's been swollen my whole life. I'm gonna tighten the upper left, then the bottom right, then the bottom left, then the top left. And you kind of want to do that X pattern a few times. Like, you don't want to over tighten one area too much, because then it'll be an uneven pull. And then when you land something hard, the bars will move. The trifecta tool has the 17 here in the bottom. And again, you're using the 6mm in the sleeve as your leverage. All right, so looking good there. You don't really need to go all Hulk Hogan on this. You guys don't even know who he is, but yeah, you don't want to go OD. You just want to give it nice and snug tightening. So we're using a 15mm pedal wrench. You can use a 15mm wrench itself. Tighten that down again. You're going reverse, and then your right crank arm, you pedal forward and it tightens it. That's like a normal righty-tighty. But your left, you also pedal forward, but on the left side, so it's like reversed. So lefty-tighty on that left side. Bam. And last but not least, through the magic of video editing, all the 4 pegs are on. Show them. I lied. I'm gonna do that later because Nate has to go. I'm just gonna demonstrate, but I'm not gonna do it right now. They're an aluminum core, or maybe alloy, either way. It's a metal core. Pretty lightweight. There's a plastic sleeve that goes over it. You put that like this, so. You remove this, I'll just do one just for an example. You remove this guy. Only because I remember, my wrist. Only because years later somebody will complain, I can't believe he's so lazy, he's not gonna show us how to do it. All right, remove it, and there's a washer that comes here. Remove the washer, get rid of the washer. Then put the bolts in the Merit trifecta tool, place the bolt and the trifecta tool in the alloy core. There you go. Put it on her. Again, first threads very lightly, make sure it's like going in smoothly. Once it does, then you start cranking her down. Again, don't go too fast until you know it's really getting there. What you can do too is you can add a little bit of tension. You can just pull the peg towards the tool, and then you'll feel it getting closer to the dropout. Once it's there, pounding it down. And you do that 3 more times. Okay? That's it. The brakes come out of the box pretty dialed. There's no spacers behind the pegs ever. Good job, Nate. Don't forget to remind me that. So yeah, that's how you assemble the Fit Brandon Beacon Complete. Go check it out from your local retailer. Hit us up at onsomeshit.com. DM us, call us, whatever, or go to Fit. Either way, support Beacon. He's a lovable bum. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Bye.
It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it.